Obviously, another good performance for us. I was really proud of the way we came out of halftime and really kind of addressed some things in the third quarter. We were really good on both sides of the ball. Kind of reminded me of how we played against Akron. Really rigid on the defensive end and connected. Offensively, we really executed, did some great things, and then these two played really well. Katie's been kind of on a tear here lately, just playing really good basketball. Kind of reminds me of when she was healthy her freshman year, and just playing with great energy, some really tough rebounds that she got, and finishes in the paint. And so the way that she has consistently been bringing that type of effort has really raised the level of our whole team. I thought Casey played a really good game on both sides of the floor as well. 14 points, 2 assists, no turnovers. Once again, another turnover game where we're under double digits in turnovers. That's 3 straight games. Buffalo, we had 4. Akron, we only had 7 turnovers. Today, we had 9. We keep taking care of the basketball like that moving forward, and continue to fine-tune some things. I think we're starting to round into the type of team we want to be here at this time of year.
Questions for our 2 student athletes?
You're both ball hawks. You had no turnovers today. Tell us, what have you been doing so well to cut down on your turnovers? You, the team, and individually, if I want to say that.
I think we've just made a big emphasis on it during practice and trying to take care of the ball in practice because it carries over into games, and just looking where the defense is more.
How do you emphasize it? Because no team wants to commit turnovers. So what goes through your mind when coach says we have to limit turnovers?
Really, starting in practice. If we make a turnover, we'll run. Some of us will run for it. So I think that's a big thing. You don't want to run extra than you have to. And it's just a big thing coming down to these important games. A couple turnovers could be a couple points for the other team. So it just helps us out.
Katie, you've seen a lot of turnovers in 4 years just because there are so many, you played so many games. What's your view of that? What is working better than it was? I've never seen three single digit in a row is a lot.
I think just for me, slowing the game down a little bit in your head, you want to kind of just stay calm and see past your defender that's on you. Try to see everyone on the floor, and I think that's what I've been trying to do a little bit better lately.
You drew 8 fouls. You tend to draw a lot of fouls. Tell us about what goes into that.
I think a big part of it is people hit me in the right spots. Corinne and Casey have been taking care of the ball well, and they find people all over the floor. So some of that is thanks to them, and then also I think just playing hard, you're going to draw some fouls, not being afraid of contact.
Well, both of you, either of you, how did you see that third quarter? What changed in the third quarter? What did you do different? How did you adjust your strategy?
I think they challenged us at halftime, and I think we just responded to what they said. We started a little rigid in the first half and didn't play the level we're capable of, so I just think we responded to what they said to us at halftime.
When they challenge you, what do they say? Just play better?
It's private, Carl.
What?
It's private. I'm kidding.
Just I don't. Do you remember what they said?
You just reminded us of how we played in the Akron game and what we're capable of, and I think we were a little frustrated that we didn't show that in the first half the way we could have, and then coming out in the third, we were just hungry to play on both sides of the ball.
How stern was he?
What?
Medium.
Medium?
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I was very stern.
Anybody else have questions for Katie or Casey?
Katie, so you've been last month since the Buffalo game, you've had 8 rebounds or more in each of the last 6 or 7-ish games. Has that been an added point of emphasis for you, or just innate type of thing? Just trying to crash the boards, get the gritty plays?
So it definitely has been a point of emphasis. Coach Starkey has been helping me out with that, keeping it on the forefront of my mind, going for every ball after losing Bridget. And then My teammates are boxing out. Sometimes there's room for me to crash down in there. Lindsay's doing a good job of boxing out the bigs, so they're up there for me to get.
How would you say that helps with your guys' points with your rebounds?
And I think that's a big part of the game. You got to get rebounds. You can't let people get extra possessions. So, I think it's a big part of the game.
Anything else for Casey? Okay.
What's your guys' impression of your team? You want your Casey impression? What's your impression going back?
I think we just need to keep building off of it. I think we're at a good place right now. I think we just need to keep building off of it and playing better and better. And I think we like where we're at.
We
Yep.
always seem to have good second halves to the season. That's just been a hallmark as long as Todd has been here.
That's my
can you
name.
explain that?
That's my name.
I don't know. It's all about how you close games. So I think that last year we struggled with finishing games and coming out in the second half. So that Coach Starkey emphasized that, and we've been focusing on it.
Got a lot of experience too. We've been battle tested, and these players have been playing together a lot. They got a lot of game minutes together, and they understand. When it comes down the stretch like that, those crucial possessions are where things matter. And we've let some of that slip this year, and so I think they know we need to clean that up.
Last question from me anyway is, way back at the beginning, you said consistency was the key to the season. How do you think you've achieved that?
I don't think we've achieved that yet. I think that's just our goal, and we're gonna be working towards that always. I think.
Thanks, Eddie.
Good job.
Thank you.
Good play. Right in the boot. Love it.
Coach, like you just talked about, bench has been scoring phenomenally. The last two games, honestly, 22 points tonight from the bench. It's kind of a 2-for-1 question. This been an added point of emphasis to get them going, get them confident for the tournament run, and how much you're going to look towards the bench for additional scoring?
The bench really kind of takes a life of its own every game. Just depends on how the game starts to play out. Is there early foul trouble? Do we have matchups that we want to go to? And we're also bringing some players off the bench, quite frankly, that could probably start for other teams in the MAC. You look at Claire Kelly, and she's like a sixth starter for us. She's started a lot of games for us at Kent State and brings a lot of experience. She's one of our better perimeter defenders. She can knock down threes. So when Claire comes off the bench, it's like putting another starter in the game, which helps. But we have talent. That's one of our biggest strengths. We've talked about that. You got Tatiana Thomas, who's really raised her game here now in conference play and had another good game today. So players that we can rely on and continue to build confidence. Some of the toughest things that we face are every day in practice, because our bench players are really good. So. You got a player like Deanna Gray, you got Jenna Batch, Abiel, all the way down the line. Amy Pavlansky's been here 5 years. She's played some big minutes for us and done things. Okay, so we have good players in depth. They're capable. It's just about getting them enough minutes that they're confident enough when they go out there in games. But it certainly can be a strength of ours if we can utilize it correctly.
What was the game plan for Bella tonight for she was aggressive in the paint, 24 points for her, just
She's going to get hers. She's going to get hers. Rashana Stone at Buffalo had 36 on us. We won. Felder had 10 points in the first quarter, of which 8 were really tough. She took 2 30-foot threes that were contested. They went in. One of her layups was a circus shot. Okay, that's fine. Then she had 2 points and 2 points, the rest of the way, and then she shot a bunch of free throws at the end to get to 24. I thought we did a phenomenal job on her, throughout the course of the game. She's a good player. That's why she's leading the league in scoring. But they need her to do that. 24 points on 21 shots, we'll take that all day. But it was a collective effort. I thought we did a really good job. Forced her into 7 turnovers. So really good collective effort.
Talk more about the halftime adjustments. What did you do, or was it just challenging to do better?
Well, one of our big mantras is don't practice bad habits, okay? And we were practicing some bad habits in the first quarter, second quarter. First quarter, I thought we were just kind of playing even back and forth. We really didn't have an edge to us. We really weren't setting the table like we want to. Second quarter, we kind of pushed things out a little bit, and then we took our foot off the gas. We were up by 12, and then all of a sudden it's a 5-point game going into halftime. And so, I mean, it wasn't like a heated exchange or anything like that. I wouldn't even say it was medium. They were, I think it was just me saying, hey, you're better than that. Like, kind of holding the mirror up to their face and saying, this isn't who we are. You've just given Ohio enough hope to think they can stay in this game. Now you're going to have to go out and set the tone in the third quarter. We made a few adjustments, some of the things we want to do offensively and defensively. We came out at halftime, and this is a veteran group. I don't have to yell at them to get them to do the right thing. At this point of the year, there's been so much coaching that has gone into so many practices. At this point, really, it comes down to players and how they want their season to end. So you challenge them with that, and our players have responded so far here late in the season. So we got to keep that going.
Your teams have consistently been good in the second half of the season. Why?
Because I think we try to prepare them every day, and the cumulative effect of that over the course of the summer, the fall, and on through conference season, that builds up. And by the time you get to this time of year, you should be playing your best basketball. We haven't always done that. I think this team has the ability to do that, but we have to prove it. I mean, just because we've won our last two games we got to go out and prove it against Eastern Michigan. And then we got a Toledo game, and we have games that we're going to have to prove it the rest of the way. We have some specific goals that we want to try and accomplish here. Our first goal we've achieved, and that's to get to Cleveland. And now we want to continue playing our best basketball and see what we can do when we get there.
For you guys, Coach, what's your impression of the team putting up 8 points after coming off the Agner game? Putting up 8 points, 12 back-to-back. What's the confidence level like?
Yeah, I think their confidence level is pretty good right now. But what you're fighting human nature right now, right? Complacency, and that's the biggest thing is how do you keep an edge when the games matter most? And so, sometimes they look at me like, Coach, we just won our last game by 4. I was like, well, I'm not really preparing you for the last game. I'm preparing you for what's coming next. So I think that's kind of the struggle that we will have moving forward. Can we keep an edge? Can we continue to improve? So that when the games matter most down the stretch, we're prepared for them. And teams have to beat us. We don't beat ourselves.
What's your reading on the single-digit turnovers?
I don't know if it's anything specifically. We haven't really put any more of an emphasis on that. We talk about not turning the ball over. I mean, one of the biggest things that we talk about is we have to limit live ball turnovers, okay? The games have just played out that we've done really well ball control-wise. It's not like we're putting it on the board before the game and saying, if you get single-digit turnovers, we'll take you to handles or something like that. It's not like that. It's just that's the way you play good basketball is you limit your turnovers and empty possessions, so you're getting field goal attempts. We had almost 16 more field goal attempts than them. Part of that's because we're taking care of the ball, good ball control. So, and we have good guards. I mean, we got players that can handle the basketball.
So you just talking about ball control, limiting turnovers, but you guys also had 12 offensive rebounds, which, as everybody here knows, second chance opportunities makes it way easier to win games. So has that been an added point of emphasis, crashing boards from the offensive side, or making sure like no one's standing around, hustling after offensive rebounds, just like the part?
Yeah, we got 2 players that are really taking that to heart, and that's Katie Shumate and Tatiana Thomas. Hannah has been a really effective offensive rebounder for us over the last couple years. Teams seem to be really focusing on boxing her out more, which is, like Katie said, freeing up lanes for her, avenues for her to get in there and get some. But we talk about there's two want to stats and things in basketball: defense and rebound. You got to want to do them to be good at them. And right now, Katie and T are just their want to is just a little bit more than the players that they're playing against, and it's great to see that level of will right now, because that's going to help us win a lot of games down the stretch here, I think.
Final question, anyone?
I'll just throw a line in, is on, at the end of my story, but was Elena available? Everybody played except her.
No,
Okay.
no, she's not available.